Explicit meaning naked parts.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Sperling, have you seen this?
I have not seen it, Your Honor. Your Honor, I have a description of what it is based on, I saw in the petition, but I have not seen it. And I'm.
In Judge Manning's court, we have a TPO temporary protective order, hearing between a wife and the husband's mistress. Make sure to pay close attention to this hearing as it does get a little confusing. This hearing also has a strange twist at the end where the judge had to recuse herself and pass this hearing to another judge. Hope you enjoy watching this love triangle unfold.
Are both Hathaways here? Yep.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's see. So which case do you want to go forward with first, Mr. Sperling?
The Cynthia Jerome Pereira matter, actually.
All right, so we got Ms. Lisa and Ms. Pierre, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, y'all can both take yourselves off mute. And then Hathaway, we'll get to you in just a second. We have other people in here. Who are they? Who's Jack Wiseman? He's out of here. All right, Mrs. Hathaway's, the Mrs. Hathaway's, y'all can turn the cameras off till I finish this other one. All right, Ms. Lisa and Ms. Pierre, if y'all both raise your right hand. Y'all swear for testimony about to give us the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes.
All right, I don't really need opening. So Ms. Lisa, start from the most recent event, work backwards. Tell me how Ms. Pierre is stalking you. Most recent event means in 2023. Then Mr. Sperling is going to ask you some questions. Go, Ms. Lisa.
So the most recent event was explicit picture that she had sent me of herself and her alleged ex-husband having sexual intercourse.
Need dates. Gotta get some dates.
Oh, I actually have it. Give me 1 second to pull that up. That happened. I'm gonna say this was February 2nd or the 3rd. Hold on. So this picture was on February 2nd. She sent me a picture of her and her alleged ex-husband having sexual intercourse, and the message states, "I hope that you enjoyed your flowers. I picked them yourself." The night before, I had came home to flowers that was left on my doorstep. So I'm guessing she's insinuating that she came to my doorstep and put those flowers on there herself. And I do have that picture if you need to see it for yourself. It is very explicit.
Okay, stand by. Explicit meaning naked parts.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Sperling, have you seen this?
I have not seen it, Your Honor. I have a description of what it is based on, I saw in the petition, but I have not seen it. And I'm.
I mean, y'all don't stipulate that something was sent?
Your Honor, I'll stipulate something probably was sent, but as to who sent that, I'm not going to stipulate that it came from, that it is Ms. Pereira or came from her, no.
Your Honor, if I may say something.
Can you email it to Ms. Free?
Yes, I just need the email address.
Ms. Free will put her email address in the chat. Ms. Free? And then Ms. Free can, and Ms. Free, put your email in the chat to Ms. Lisa. Mr. Sperling, if you put your email in the chat, she'll email it to you and to Ms. Free. So you can just email it to Mr. Sperling and me. All right, go ahead and tell me. So you say, how do you know that she sent this to you?
So the message is a screenshot. It came from a phone number, which is her alleged husband, ex-husband. Don't know what their status is. Not really worried about it.
I mean, how do you know that it was hers? I guess is what I'm saying.
So when I reached out, I know that she had reached out to me prior, which I also have screenshots of her confronting and confirming that that is her husband, in other text messages that I could send as well. And the phone number was taken. I guess they are on the same family line, and she took over that line and sent the message from it. That's the story that I was told from her husband or ex-husband, whichever one it is.
So
I object to your saying.
Are you telling me that has she communicated to you through this number before?
Not through this phone number, through another phone number.
But did she say something when she communicated you through this number that you know it was her?
From the context in the picture is how I know that it is her. Yes.
All right. All right. You can just email it to them. Go ahead. What else you want to say?
Backtracking after that situation, prior to that situation, she had showed up at a church in streetwear, ready to fight, confronting myself and the other person that's inside the picture. And she was recording. She had attacked me at one point of like pushing me, shoving me, calling me Jezebel, which is consistent throughout the text messages that she sent me the first time that she reached out to me and went on social media to harass me as well.
All right.
Hold on, I'm trying to send that. Do you want me to send the email right now, or do you want me to send this?
Well, the email that you wanted us to the court to look at, yes, and
Okay.
go ahead and send that to Mr. Sperling and to Ms. Free.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna share, see if I can share this entire album. And I'm sending it to G Sperling, or you want me to send them to both of them?
They put the email in the chat for you to send it to,
Okay,
but please don't say my
I'm sorry.
Amber's
Mm,
number out, email out loud. And then once you send that, just go ahead with the rest of your testimony.
Okay, yes, so prior to that, we was at church on, let me see, I can give you a date. This was January 22nd, the Sunday. Leaving church, she appeared in a parking lot, dressed in sweatpants, Crocs, hair tied back. She proceeded to attack Mr. Jerome, that was the person I was with. She had tried to attack me. She tried to push me for a car key or whatever. And yeah, just continued with the harassment, calling me a Jezebel, accusing me of sleeping with married men, even though this man presented himself as divorced. And she was just completely out of rate, to the point where other people that were in the parking lot like came over. I know that there was a cop that had came. I do have short footage of that as well, that kind of dispersed the situation and had everybody go their separate ways. And after that, she continued to go on social media. She started harassing my my manager.
I just want to know what she did to you.
Yeah, that's what she did. When she came to the parking lot, she had harassed me. She pushed me. She was recording me. She was accusing me of sleeping with married men. Yeah, it was that's what she did. She tried to fight me to get a car key, because he had gave the key to me to go wait in the car. And she was pushing me back and forth. That's when another person stepped in. And that's when the officer that was there stepped in and was speaking to her as well.
All right, anything else?
Prior to that, she had reached out on social media, commenting under multiple posts, calling me a Jezebel, accusing
How
me
do
of
you, how do you know it was her?
it was her, because the first conversation that I had with her, it's repetitive. She reached out to me. I know it's her because she confirmed based off of the mutual person, like stating that that's her husband. And she just continued to harass. Like the communication across the board was the same. I can show you on shared screen the messages as well if you need to see that.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
And you already sent that video to Mr. Sperling. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Okay. Let me just come out of this completely. Okay, so here, this is the first text message that you can see of her reaching out to me. It says, "Hi, I was looking for my husband, but I found him. You can keep on borrowing him. But remember, that's all that it is, a good time, not a long time." I said, "I'm sorry, I think that you have the wrong number." She said, "No, I have."
Hold on.
Mhm.
Is this a lawyer?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me check something, see if I have to recuse. He appears in front of me a lot. I don't know that he appears in front of Judge Houston.
Okay.
Stand by. I'm coming in there, Ms. Free, so I can call Judge Houston.
I'm going to stop the screen share for a second. Ma'am, do you mind sending the video to me via the chat? Because I have yet to receive the email.
Yes, ma'am.
Same with me, Miss Lightside.
Repeat that one more time.
If you could just send it to both of us through the chat, because we haven't received the email yet.
Okay.
And we can just download it as an attachment through the chat.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Is it a screenshot or video?
This is a screenshot.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was a picture that was sent to me. And then the message.
Okay, so this was the only evidence for the judge, just a screenshot.
Oh, I have more evidence. I can send. Well, I'll send you everything then.
Yes, please, if you don't mind doing that.
Okay, perfect.
And counsel, you'll need that as well too, correct?
Okay. So, yes, he does appear to me often, not in front of Judge Houston, but all the evidence, any and all evidence needs to go ahead and be sent to Ms. Free. Dropbox. However, Ms. Free's going to pass it on to Judge Houston. Judge Houston's not going to look at it, but at least she'll have it, so there won't be any exchanging of evidence. So, Mr. Sperling, whatever you got, y'all still may have to share it. Obviously, you don't need to share no nakedness on the screen, but she'll be able to pull it up and look at it. But any and all evidence, you need to go ahead and send it to Ms. Free, both sides. And Judge Houston's going to hear this, because I do know that that lawyer does practice in front of me a lot. And I don't have a personal relationship with him, but I see him all the time, and I just don't think that it would be appropriate for me to hear it. because I do see him all the time. In a professional manner, professional basis only, like, you know, in court, stuff like that. But Judge Houston does not. So it's usually Judge Houston here, TPOs on Mondays, Mr. Spurling.
Okay.
So the Mondays work for you, Miss Jerome Pierce and Miss Lisa, and Monday, it'll probably be, how long do you think this will take? How long do you think y'all will need? Hour?
Yeah, about an hour should be good enough, Your Honor.
About an hour, okay. So, Ms. Delabrado, is she here today?
Yes, Your Honor, she is here.
So she will send you, if y'all can put your emails in the chat, she'll send y'all the date with an hour. And is there a Monday, Mr. Spurling, or something that doesn't work for you that we need to know about? I don't know if you have any.
If I don't have any, let me just make sure I don't have any trials. I don't believe so. Because I'll make obviously this one work. I will say the 27th, it's a very busy day with bond hearings. Other than that, I'm relatively free on the Mondays.
Okay, any Monday except for the 27th. So Ms. Free's going to pass that along. But everybody, please, right now, videos, still shots, emails, text messages, whatever. Go ahead, email me. Do them in a Dropbox. Well, do you want them Dropbox or just PDF, whatever? Dropbox sometimes get all messed up. How do you want them, Ms. Free?
Your Honor, the petitioner sent them to me through the chat, and I'm able to download them and create a file, which would be a lot easier than the Dropbox, to be honest.
Okay, so if y'all have anything, if y'all want to go ahead and upload it, send it to the chat to Ms. Free. She'll upload it to a folder, pass it on to Judge Houston. So the Judge Houston, and then Ms. Delabrado will send everyone a date for Judge Houston. But I do have to recuse from this one because I do know him. Obviously, like I said, on a professional level, and I think it'd be just a little bit too uncomfortable for me to hear this, and maybe inappropriate, or maybe not ethical for me to hear it. I don't know, but I'd rather err on the side of caution.
Understood, Your Honor.
All right, and once everybody has transferred all that to Ms. Free in the chat, and y'all place your emails in the chat so we can give everything to Judge Houston, we'll give it to Ms. Delabrado, so send y'all a court date. There'll be a Zoom date, and we can go ahead and hear Hathaway versus Hathaway.